Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining me during this great holiday. I had a wonderful time with my beautiful young daughter, Holly. We had a great time as she opened her hundreds of presents. I think I'm going to have to call Hockett to Doc to to pay for all the things I got Holly for Christmas. And of course, this month of December, I celebrated my birthday. And in December also, the late Frank Sinatra shares my birthday. And as you probably know, you who have been watching me and listening to me on radio for years and years and years, I've told you time and time again that Frank Sinatra was my hero. My hero. Since I was about 10 years old, in my bedroom I had pictures of Frank Sinatra all over my walls. He was my idol, and he still is. I love the guy. I don't care how many times you want to say some of the things that he did, and he associated with maybe a few undesirable people, but I don't want to hear any of that. Because I know that Frank Sinatra is, I say, the entertainer of the century. There was nothing like a song by Sinatra. And the philanthropist that he was. People don't even know the wonderful things he did for people. He'd be watching television, he'd see somebody in trouble, needed money, he'd pick up the phone and tell his secretary, send a check to that person. And he did so many wonderful things. He was a good man, and he's taken a bad rap too many times. I love Frank Sinatra, I always will. And I want to pay tribute to him now as time permits. And we'll go through the years briefly. There was the time when it all started, and Frank Sinatra, I'll call for the pictures, Jeff, when Frank Sinatra was a teenage idol, and he began his movie career in a movie that I saw in black and white. It was called Higher and Higher. And teenage girls all over the world screamed and hollered and went crazy over Frank Sinatra. And this is the way he looked back in those days. Frankie, Frankie, the teenage idol. Years slipped by, and his hair got a little thinner. He got a little older. But the voice got even stronger and even better. And this is the way he looked when he signed with Capitol Records and did one hit after another, every one of them selling over 1 million records. And then as he grew older, he got a new following. The youngsters were thinking of the Beatles and Elvis, but the more mature audience grew more and more ardent. And he was Frank Sinatra, the entertainer, Mr. Las Vegas. Wherever he played, it was packed. He hit Las Vegas, and Las Vegas was never the same. Look at him in action. He created musical magic, the way he caressed a love song, and he could belt a song just as well. Watch. There he is, belting it out. The lady is a tramp. And the days dwindled down to a precious few. Frank Sinatra became an old man, but he couldn't stop singing. And then he gave his final concert. He was ill, he was tired, but he gave his all, and he got a standing ovation. Frank Sinatra was always thinking and planning and creating like this. And Frank, if you're thinking about us, yes, we still love you. Frank Sinatra. Let's go back to that last picture if we can. And we'll fade to black as we say, there's never been and never will be an entertainer like Francis Albert Sinatra. God bless you, Frank. I'll be right back.